you wanted to open it now, shit, might as well.
Alright, we're going straight into it.
Are we?
Yeah, because mics are unmuted, baby, and we live.
Oh shit. Okay.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm sorry, I'm chewing on some gummy bears right now.
Episode 109.
Vitality guys, spam that in the chat. Get your credit. This Saturday, I'm gonna be there again, doing some cold tubs. It's gonna be a fun time.
I think I'm going there tomorrow actually, because for a service we don't really mention often. Facial. We're gonna go get a facial with Emily.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Tomorrow she told me to go. Yeah, guys, they do facials, hydro facials. They have
I don't fucking know.
So you're going to hydrate your face.
Ready? They have one of those machines that like freezes you, like
Oh,
the fat.
yeah.
And so it's supposed to help with getting rid of fat in certain
Cryo
areas.
sculpting, I think.
Yeah,
Are you
something
doing-
like
are you
that.
doing
Something
that, Eddie?
sculpting. No, I'm not doing that one.
Oh, I thought you were
I'm not
gonna
doing
get
that
a
one.
BBL.
Yeah, that's big because you don't need to get like your fat sucked out. And okay, so what happens?
Wait. So how does it? Yeah, they explain.
So what happens is they put that machine on your fat areas where you have fat concentration, and then
Emily, Emily's like has that double chin naturally. Even when she loses weight, she did it right here to kind of help with that.
Yeah, so it freezes that area, and when it freezes that area, it bursts your fat cells, and then what you end up doing, you end up peeing all that out.
Okay.
But over time, yeah. So the way fat cells work, it's not like a regular cell. You know how a regular cell is kind of round, it's got a bunch of shit inside it. You know, like everybody's taken a biology class before, right? Why don't you pull it up so this will be easier to understand?
Yeah, I'm about to switch this out for a citrus, boys. I'm not liking the spearmint.
Yeah,
Miggy's probably
Eddie-
the same way.
Eddie and Miggy swapped.
Loaded an upper decky.
Yeah, Eddie and Miggy swapped Zins, so they're testing each other's flavors. Pause of Zins.
Yeah.
Just a little
So yeah,
tease.
pull up,
What do you want to pull up?
pull up a human cell, and then just any picture that's a little more animated. Yeah, there you go, perfect. So that's what the human cell looks like. I'm not gonna go into too much details, but in the middle, that purple thing is what's called the nucleus, right? That's where your DNA lies, and specifically in the nucleolus, right? Anyway, around the nucleolus. So that's what your regular cell looks like. So type in now a fat cell, and you'll see the big difference. You see how this got a bunch of shit in it, like mitochondria, all kinds of other things. That was just a general picture. Okay, yeah, click on that. No, the one up. Go. Yeah, the one with the blue. See, all the way to the left? Yeah. So this is what your fat cell looks like. So you see where that nucleus is now to the side, and everything that's kind of like orangish, pinkish, that's all where the fat gets stored. And each cell can reach up to a size of a golf ball.
A single cell?
Single cell can reach to the size of a golf ball.
God damn.
What happens when you lose fat? These cells simply shrink. They don't get destroyed. Now, it is possible for you to destroy fat cells. However, your organism is going to produce this thing. I forget the name of it. It starts with L. That's going to, like, your body's going to pump this specific enzyme into your body, which is going to basically tell your body that you're starving to eat more food. But if you can hold off that, it's nothing like you've ever experienced before, right? But if you can hold off that, that will actually kill the fat cell itself. Like the fat cells will disappear, right? But there's no way for you to eliminate fat cells. There's two ways for you to eliminate the fat cells. It's actually when they do liposuction. And the second thing is this cryo sculpting.
Cool sculpting
Cool
is what they call
sculpting,
it.
yeah.
There we go.
So cool sculpting.
We should bring Emily on. She's part of one of the estheticians that do that at Vitality, so we could bring her on. And
So with cool sculpting, guys, you
talk
need
about
to
that.
understand one thing. It's very, very extremely rare, but sometimes people are allergic to the cold. And you would know this if you ever lived in a cold area and you're
How can
allergic
you
to
be
the cold.
allergic to the cold?
There are people that are allergic to the cold, so they break out, like, things like that, right? Like they develop rash because of the cold. So, first test it out, make sure you're not allergic to it, which is extremely unlikely that you are, but in case you are, always test it out before you do it.
I want to look at that watch you were talking about.
Oh yeah, pull it up.
You said it's your
It's-
grandfather's?
Yeah, it's my grandfather's watch. Now I've owned.
It's just a picture, I think, in Discord, Miggy.
Yeah, it's one of the very last ones that we pulled up on eBay. The eBay one.
Go to mod chat.
No, go back on where you had it, and the eBay pages are up.
Ah, okay. So he has actually a page.
So go back to the see the two eBay ones are up all the way. Yeah. So it looks more like this.
Okay.
With that Milanese bracelet, but the inside is actually, it looks exactly like that.
It's the same watch.
Yep, it's the same exact watch.
Okay.
Now I don't know what year is this one, but the one I have is older than me, which is more than 40 years old. And see that little button right there?
Yeah.
That's what changes the dates of the week, not the actual dates, but the days
Really?
of the week.
Okay.
And that button does not work.
But the rest of the watch does.
Yep, the watch
It
itself.
ticks?
Yeah, it ticks. It's automatic. It ticks.
Automatic or hand wound?
It's automatic and
Okay.
hand wound. It ticks, but that thing, you click it once, it'll work, and then after that, if you want to try to click it, it doesn't work anymore.
Got
So I'm
you.
gonna take it to a watchmaker, see what they're gonna charge to fix it, where I can wear it.
Got you. What size is this?
It's small. It's like a 33. It's really small.
Really that small? Smaller
Yeah.
than that? No. This
let me
is
see.
35.
It's about this size, a little bit
So
smaller.
probably 35, 36?
Yeah, 30, 35, maybe, yeah, maybe 35, 36. Anyway, but it is small. So I'm gonna try to figure out to fix it. Apparently, the 3 stars were indicating that this is like their top of the line from back in the day. As you can see, it's going for $35. There's nothing special about these. It's more of a
It's a sentimental thing.
exactly. Like
Orient is a Japanese brand, right? Just like Seiko.
It's owned by Seiko right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Seiko owns Orient?
Owns Orient. Yep, they
Are
bought it
they
a couple years
using
back.
still like in-house movement? Or are they using Seiko movement now?
They're using their own in-house movement. It's very simple, very basic movement. If you watch on YouTube, you'll see a basic movement. Now, since we're talking about watches, I have a surprise.
Huh.
The other day, I'm gonna let you do the honors.
Okay.
It's still in a fucking wrap. Go
Oh
ahead
shit!
and
Where'd you
open
get
it up.
this?
I got it and it looked really cool. It wasn't big. I kind of looked at the dimensions. The book wasn't big, and it's a
Oh, look at that. That's an old
it's a
watch.
book of old school watches. So I figured it'd be perfect for the pod.
Yeah, let's take a look at this shit.
Yeah. So while Eddie's opening it up, use the end of the Q-tip. That's why I cleaned it. Or that.
He's
Yes.
making weapons out of anything, you know?
Yep.
Start sharpening a fucking
Yeah. So
toothpick.
when I got it, I was so tempted to open it, but like, nah, I'm doing this on a pod.
You
Like,
want to wait to the pod, huh?
Yeah, we're not opening this until we get to the
God
pod.
damn! This thing
Yeah,
is-
it's tough. Yeah, it's a thick ass material.
Oh, this is a cool little book, man. I like the texture it has on it.
Yeah, I don't even know. He gets
Oh,
to
look
be
at
the
that,
first one to
Mode
try.
Speedy.
Yeah, so this is basically like the history of watches, old school watches that meant something in the world.
A man in his watch.
Yeah. So if you want to understand your boyfriend, get one of them books, especially if they like watches, and you'll get him. You
Look
know,
at that
so-
old Daytona. That's
Mhm.
nice. This book is nice as hell. Oh, that's cool. It's like gives you the.
And it
back
was one
it.
of the cheapest watch books I've ever seen in my life, bro. It was only like I think $20.
Ready? Let's
or something like
do a
that.
few pages. Let's go random. Oh no, not Timex. Come on, get the fuck out of here. Something better.
Yeah. Well, this is about everything. This is like the
Right.
watch history, right? So
Okay.
it's talking about old school watches.
I like this. You know why?
that created
Because
something.
this is gonna be watches that are gonna be affordable now. Because I just saw a Timex. You know, the next thing I see is a G-Shock here. Like that other watch, that other watch book that you have. Those are all hundred thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
of
this
watches
is for
watches.
everyday person.
This is
that's why I
good.
got
He
this
is
book.
absolutely right. This is actually going to be good for something like, for someone like he said. You know, if you're looking to know watches.
Yeah, this
for
would
your
be a
man.
good book to start with. Try to understand watches and why they're important.
I'll name off a few of the more like crazy watches they have on here because this is nice because it's got a table of contents so you can kind of see exactly what they're talking about. They go from Vacheron all the way to Timex. You know, Doxa, of
Yeah,
course
Doxa is another
Rolex,
one, mhm.
old school Hewers. Let's see what else. IWC. Yeah, they got everything on here. Panerai.
Well, it's not
Brand
just old school.
Seiko.
It's watches that have shaped the watch industry, basically.
Right.
Like the most iconic watches of the world.
Universal.
basically. Yeah, Universal Geneve, which Universal doesn't produce anymore. So like, they're all-
Abercrombie and Fitch. I'm surprised they
Where,
put this as a.
Where's
mention
Universal
here.
from?
hey, it's got the store, huh?
Where are they from? What
It's
country?
a Swiss.
It's Swiss
It's-
watch,
yeah.
but it used to be a brand back in the day. No longer. I think they got gobbled up by someone
Movado
else. Mm-hmm.
as well on here.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really, really difficult to start a watch like business. it's almost like starting your own like sneaker brand.
Yeah, well, see,
Very
it's,
difficult.
so here's the thing. You know how you have these designer
this
brands
AP.
like Louis Vuitton and
We'll
Prada
take a look at
and
this more later.
all
Dolce
about the hype.
Gabbana and all that. Well, no, they made a name for themselves and they've been around for many, many years. Like Supreme comes in, becomes a hype. It is kind of still people still buy it, but it's no longer a hype, right? Like it never kept its name.
Well, I mean, Supreme's been around for a long time. Actually, you know, rappers been wearing Supreme since like early 2000s. And you know, it's a skateboarding brand though, so it's caught its big hype beast thing during when I was in high school and a little bit afterwards. It's definitely died down now. Like for example, they're most known for their box logo shirts and hoodies, right?
Yeah.
Like their box logo hoodies. When I was in high school, if you wanted one, it's like $500,
Yeah.
right? And you know these hoodies go for like $130 when you buy them from Supreme. And I actually had the chance to buy one myself when last time they did the restock this year, which is something I did not see when I was in high school. Like the moment you went to the website when they dropped, they were gone within the first minute. And I went like 5 minutes afterwards, and I was able to pick whatever color I wanted and whatever size I wanted, which was really weird. That was something you wouldn't see when I was in high school at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it had the hype back in the day. It no longer has the hype like it did. Like kind of like Nike Dunks. Right now you can go on a Nike website and just buy the Dunks. No
Right.
problem. It's just one of those things. But Louis
Yeah,
Vuitton
Dunks.
always has kept their name. Dolce, Armani, all of those names have always kept their name, right? So they're always gonna be there, right? As long as they're gonna continue.
With watchmaking, actual watchmaking, I don't know. I mean, I don't know any. Like Christopher Ward came, and you know they're a newer watchmaker, and they've been doing pretty well.
Yeah, Frederic Constant, same way. Now there's a lot of Chinese watchmakers that are making really good watches. Japanese watchmakers that are making really good watches. There are some independent watchmakers that are making watches. Now the industry has gotten to the point where
FP Journe, you know, that's
yeah,
it's still independent still.
MBNF is an independent. It's really
Those
hard.
they make really cool watches. We talked about the Mad One recently and stuff.
Yep, it's really hard to break through if you're an independent watchmaker. But if you do, you're up there. The thing is, unless you're part of a big watch group, it's just most like you don't have the money to. You really don't have the money to advertise it enough. And number
to
two,
produce is another thing.
well,
yeah.
production is the hell with it. You can make a limited quantities like FP Journe does, and then you still blow up, right? But the problem is, in a watch community, when they see that watch and they take a FP Journe and they look at Christopher Ward and they're gonna toss that in the garbage can and keep the FP Journe,
Of course.
or a Rolex, right? Or
A
even
lot of people really seem to like the concept of limited quantities.
Yes, it is, because it gives you status, because not everyone has it. What was the reason that supercars are valued? Because not everyone has it, right? That's the bottom line.
They're also built with extremely expensive material, and a lot of work goes into them.
Forget all that. Forget all that.
I mean, you're not just paying money just to pay money.
Well, no,
I mean,
yes, but
In a way, you are, but
you're paying for the name and a status that the name brings. More than anything, forget the name. It's the status that it gives you. You're paying money for that. It's it elevates you.
it's part of it,
Yes,
but you don't do it just for that.
correct. Well, so here's a question. What's the difference between a Lamborghini and a Ferrari? They're both fast cars. They're both
Different
desired.
brand,
They're different brands. So
different
they-
engineered, different.
yeah, but they
builders.
both use good materials. It's great engineering. They're just as fast. So which one is better? It's all
It
like
all
up to
depends.
you, right?
At that point, it just becomes art, and it's
Well, no, Pagani becomes art. Lamborghinis are not art. They're not hypercars, right? Like Pagani would be art.
To a certain
tell that to
a certain extent,
to any
RJ, I would
child.
say that once you start talking about sports cars in that realm, that it is art. It is still art, just like Pagani. I mean, I get what you're saying. Pagani and Koenigsegg, those are a different level of art, but it's still art.
But
You see that painting behind you? That's art.
no, I get that.
Then
But what
you're
I'm
comparing it to the Mona Lisa.
Right.
well, correct. So what I'm trying to say, they both use good materials, right? And then you can take a Mercedes that's only $150,000 versus $300,000 Ferrari, and that Mercedes uses just as good of a fucking materials inside it, right? But for whatever reason, if you have a Mercedes and then you have a Lambo or a Ferrari, people are like, oh shit, he's got a Ferrari and a Lambo versus a Mercedes. It's still, oh shit, he's got a Mercedes, but it's not that big of a oh shit. You know what I mean? So it's a stat. It's
One of my
really a
bosses at
status
work
thing.
has a Lamborghini and a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Or actually, I think he got rid of the Lamborghini.
Yeah, because here's the thing. If you drive a Hyundai or a Toyota,
Yeah.
this is craziest thing ever, right? If you drive a Hyundai and a Toyota, I can promise you. Let's just take girls, right? Like they'll look at you, they'll never remember your face. But if you drive in a Ferrari, they'll turn around, look at it, they'll remember your face and say that face fits that car. It's the craziest shit ever. It's just to indicate status, because everything in the fucking world that people do is to indicate status. If status thing didn't exist, we would not have fucking Ferraris, we wouldn't have Louis Vuittons, we wouldn't have watches, we wouldn't have any of that shit.
We wouldn't. You think we wouldn't really care?
We would not
No.
give a shit. Yeah, we would not give a shit.
No one would buy it. It wouldn't mean anything.
Wouldn't
so it wouldn't
mean
be worth the
zero.
price. So
I mean, zero. Why the dudes in Miami, they'll go and rent a Lambo to flex on each other. Literally, that's what it is. In Miami, I was listening to Sartain. He was talking
And
about
they live that day to day.
yeah.
Like they don't mind paying
Yep.
that money. It's crazy to me. A
So-
lot of people don't have like an end goal. They don't have a retirement.
Well,
Like,
some don't.
they don't
Some
think about
do.
it.
Some don't. Some do. Like Michael
Some
said,
people want to work till the point till they're dead.
yeah. Well, when you're an entrepreneur, and a lot of people say, "Well, I strike it big. I'm gonna retire." It usually doesn't happen because your day
gonna keep
involves
working.
working. You're gonna end up coming up, even if you retire, you're gonna end up coming up with fucking side projects to keep yourself busy. Like it's just not going to happen. Some people do philanthropy. Some people fucking come up with new projects. You know, Michael Sartain was talking about it. He's saying the difference between Las Vegas and Miami is it's easier in Las Vegas because in Miami guys are like stunting against each other with supercars and yachts and shit like that. Las Vegas doesn't have that opportunity for yachts and things like that, but Miami is like a prime location to see how status moves, right? So anyway, if you're doing it for status, don't you
wait, she said something. What was it? Make it go back.
Let me see. We got Arthur and we got Nat.
if you
Nat says, if you're doing it for status, don't you think it'll draw the wrong attention / people to you?
it will draw attention to you, period. Whether it's wrong or good, it will draw attention to you. And as we know, look at Kardashians, they suck dick on camera for attention, and right now they're billionaires, loved by many. Yeah, I'm just saying, they're billionaires. And then you look at Taylor Swift, she never sucked dick on camera, but she still got the same kind of clout and attention. So at the end of the day, bad attention is better than no attention. So if you're gonna get attention, whether it's bad or good, that's gonna elevate your status.
I don't remember where I saw this today, but I heard that Taylor Swift is the equivalent of Andrew Tate for women.
I would say so, yeah. Because God forbid you say something about Taylor Swift, the Swifties will fuck you up.
Yo, they'll wait around the corner.
Yep.
They'll smack you with a
Mhm.
bat.
Well, see,
across your
here's the
forehead.
thing, Natalie. Here's the thing. That's what they call in DC win-win situation, because not only you doing it for your enjoyment, you're also doing it for status. So it's a double-edged sword, right? Like it's not one or the other one, it's both. So, trust me, if I had a Ferrari right now, I would enjoy it. Not only driving it, but the status it gave me as well, just as much.
Yeah, but I kind of get where she's coming from, because there's some people that are doing it just for the status.
For the status?
Right.
Bro, no one that drives a Ferrari,
No, but maybe
Unless
not Ferrari,
you're
but I'm
really
thinking
old-
like watches. There's definitely a lot of guys who wear these
Well,
Rolexes and
rappers
APs
that-
and all that stuff.
rappers
Not
that bling
necessarily-
them out.
Not necessarily rappers. I'm saying they're not necessarily busting them down. I'm saying like they wear them without even knowing anything about it or like really appreciating the craftsmanship. It's kind of just like because it makes me look a certain way.
Yeah, well,
There
that
was-
that happens until someone makes fun of him, and then they start reading about the watches, like, oh shit, kind of like what happened to J Balvin. J Balvin's like, I never put anything on my watches. Same thing happened with Anuel. Anuel is like, I never put any diamonds on my watches. I buy my watches with the diamonds already on them that are factory. So these guys understand that, even though they have the most sparkliest watches. Look at what's his name, the boxer, the small boxer that can't read. Floyd Mayweather.
Damn.
Floyd
Can't
Mayweather.
read. The fucking champ, the GOAT, 50-0. You know, the guy that can't fucking read.
Well, he
that
can't
guy,
read. I mean, I didn't say anything that he wasn't.
Yeah, that's
trained.
just you guys saw when 50
He can't
Cent
read. Yeah.
called him out talking
Yeah,
about
he can't read.
if Mayweather can read a page from a Harry Potter book.
Yeah, that's why I said he can't read, because of that.
Oh,
We should
today,
say
today
there's
I
a difference from attention of materialistic things versus talent career. No, I don't think watches are Too bad, because those who know will know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's fine, but at the end of the day, unfortunately, attention is attention is attention. No matter how you get it, it is still attention, and that's what works in our society.
Today
It's been like that since day one.
Today I heard an OnlyFans girl talk about money, and she mentioned that money's not everything, but it makes life so much easier.
Yes, and every time you hear a rich person tell you money is not everything, directly message them and tell them, give me all your money if it doesn't make you fucking happy.
It'll make me happy.
Yeah. You'll hear all these people say money is nothing, money doesn't bring you happiness, money doesn't. Give me all your
Yo,
fucking
you know what that
money.
reminds me of? The other day I saw a meme. It was talking about the guy that's the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
Asian dude.
Mhm.
It was like, oh, he's
Can-
$1.2 million,
yeah,
$1.2 billion in debt,
Yeah. Okay.
and it was from some show or something.
Kiyosaki.
Yeah, some guy fucking like throwing a book at someone else's head. It's like once they saw that, like the guy had his book on
Yeah.
it. You know.
Well, he's old and dead. He literally will come out and say, I don't buy anything for my own money. He goes, I buy everything with debt. Because guess what? If everything crashes down, I don't know shit to no one. It's old money. I never used any of my money. So Kiyosaki does that. That's his whole model, right? But you have to be really, really good at managing debt to do that. Like, not everyone can do that, right?
So you were talking about the Mandela effect, Jay?
Yes. So Mandela effect is the coolest thing ever, right? So I heard about this, and the reason I heard about this and started digging more into it, when you hear Fruit of the Loom logo, what do you think about?
Either the commercial, the guy dressed as the
No, just the
grapes,
logo itself. What do you
just a
think
basket
about?
of fruit.
What did you say?
Basket
Of fruits?
I think of grapes.
You think of grapes,
yeah.
but if you picture the logo in your head, what do you think of?
I don't know if it's actually in a basket, but I think it's just like a bunch of fruit.
I just remember like purple, so it's like a grape.
All right. So apparently there was this girl that went on a fucking rant that said, I swear the fruits were not just the fruits by themselves. They had the basket. So this basket has a name, right? Like it's some sort of a name. I looked it up actually the other day because I didn't know what that word meant. So, but if you look at a Fruit of the Loom logo, it does not have the basket. Now look, no, it does not have the basket, but look at the other one, the one second row on the left.
Oh, I see.
On the right, on the right, go to the right.
I don't remember it having that.
A lot of people will come out and say this, and this girl actually went into her own closet, looked through it, and then found a logo with this basket, even though Fruit of the Loom came back and said we never had a basket on our logo.
But she found something in her clothing that had
With the
it?
basket. So Mandela effect.
You're tripping me out, dog.
The Mandela effect apparently
Now
is a
I
glitch
kind
in
of
the
do.
system.
Now I
That's
kind
what
of
I'm
do
saying.
remember a basket. I feel like I seen the damn basket.
You know, it's the same thing. I didn't really play Pokemon growing up, but did you play Pokemon at all?
No, I never really got into Pokemon. I used to play in the mornings, like for the like in a show, but
So
I never watched
apparently, Mandela effect with Pokemon is that Pikachu actually never had a black stripe on his tail,
on the tail.
and everyone remembers
Yes.
him with the
Yes,
black stripe on
Natalie.
his tail.
Thank you
They
so
never
much.
actually had that.
Yeah. I
Thank you so
remember
much. So that basket is called cornucopia. Cornucopia. That basket, that specific basket is called
Yeah.
cornucopia. Thank you for that, Natalie. So yes, Rodolfo. So apparently, all of us that remember the cornucopia, aka the basket, are wrong. So Fruit of the Loom keeps saying that they'd never had the basket.
Or you just bought some off-brand Chinese shit that was Fruit of the Loom.
Well, here's the thing with that. So Mandela effect came about from this lady that wrote a article or a vlog or something like that in like year 2000, where she talked about the Mandela effect. When she asked people about Mandela, and they all said that yeah, he died in 1970s. However, Nelson Mandela did not die until like 2012 or something like that.
Yeah, I was about to say Nelson Mandela lived into my lifetime, bro.
Yes. So a bunch of people always thought that Nelson Mandela died earlier. So apparently there's this conspiracy theory that they're altering whoever it is you want to call are altering history as we live it. So another thing, right? There's another very famous. So if you pull up that article, there's a bunch of things on there. Another famous thing is How many times have you heard that saying, "Luke, I am your father"?
Yeah, that's another famous one.
That's another one.
That's not that.
That's
guy.
not true. It's actually, "No, I am your father." That's the
Exactly.
actual thing. So I looked at some of these. Henry the eighth eating a turkey leg. I don't know. I've never really got around that. So here's that, "Luke, I am your father." It's actually, "No, I am your father."
Right.
Right. So
Mirror, mirror on the wall. It doesn't
yes,
say
there's
that.
another one. It says "magic mirror on a wall." Right.
Yeah.
It's not a mirror, mirror on the wall.
Everyone remembers mirror, mirror. Yeah.
So is it Oscar Mayer or Oscar Myers?
This kind of almost reminds me of
it's,
when
it's M-E, right?
Meyer, or is it Mayer?
What is it? Is it M-E or?
Meyer instead of Ma.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I remember M-E.
So go down. Location of New Zealand. New Zealand is on the southeast corner of Australia, but a lot of people think that it is in the northeast corner of the Australia.
a lot of people, me, didn't know where the fuck New Zealand was.
Yeah, I knew it was
That's
there.
where Volkanovski from.
Yeah.
Go down.
No,
Bernstein.
Volkanovski's Australian.
Australian,
but,
Adesanya is from New
is
Zealand.
from New Zealand.
Bernstein Bears. I don't know what these are.
Is Adesanya originally from there, or is he originally from Lagos,
He
Nigeria?
is. No, his
His
parents.
family is Nigerian, but
Mhm.
he's from New Zealand.
Yeah. So
Bernstein Bear. I mean, I remember this cartoon or whatever, but I don't know any Mandela effects about it. I don't remember. I won't remember anything about it.
The famous children book
so
series, the
apparently
Bernstein
Alex put in a chat that Loom actually, they found out that Loom was lying to keep up the hype.
Ah, okay, that's funny.
So keep going down.
That's hilarious.
Shazam starring Sinbad, which he never did, which I could swear I've seen him in a movie starring Sinbad. Pikachu black tip tail.
Yep.
There is no black tip tail on a Pikachu apparently.
Natalie says that she swears that there is another Pikachu, not Ash's Pikachu,
Yeah.
but there's another Pikachu in the show that comes around and that has a black tip tail.
Go down.
But-
Go down. Mickey Mouse suspenders. That's another one. Like Mickey Mouse never had suspenders apparently.
But
everyone-
he never has suspenders.
Well, there you go. That's another one.
It just looks like he had suspenders.
I know he had you can see there he's got the clips for the
Yeah.
suspenders, but he never actually had them. I don't know about that. I feel like I remember
I
seeing.
don't know who Sally Field is, so
Yeah, me neither.
that's way before my time.
It's not Looney Tunes. What do you mean?
No, really, it's not Looney Tunes.
What is it?
Yes,
Yes.
the Looney Tunes are in fact cartoons, not cartoons. And yes, you may remember watching the next generation of characters on a TV show called Tiny Toon Adventures. Nonetheless, the original show was Looney Tunes, not Looney Tunes. What the?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Looney like
Oh.
crazy.
No. Tunes as in it was Tunes as in TUNES, not TOONs. TOONS because there was the Tiny Toon Adventures, but I guess
Keep
some
going
people are
down.
mixing that.
Jiffy peanut butter. Like there's this bunch of these things. So apparently there's that going conspiracy around that, you know, the history is being altered as we go along, right? For this next conspiracy, I want you to hear it. I think it's absolute bullshit, but it sounds funny to me. But
I'll hear it.
pull up. It's on an Instagram reel. You should have it already up. I had it. Yep, that one right there.
Okay. Give me
And we need to listen to this one. This is funny. This one is hilarious, actually.
All right. Hold on.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah, these guys always talk a bunch of shit.
Wait, it gets better. Yeah, exactly.
This
No
sounds
more
like a
internet for
big
today.
sack of bullshit.
Yeah, it sounds like a big just hunk of shit. But like, I mean, I understand where these conspiracy theories are coming from. If there is this book, and if they're mentioning these names, how is that possible? It's a complete coincidence.
You're right, Natalie.
You know
what
I mean?
the hell am I listening to?
Yeah. How is this a possible coincidence, right? Like, now again, I agree that it's complete bullshit, right? Like, it's just impossible. But then you have all the Simpson stuff, you know what I mean? Like, how is
I
this
love
even
the
a
Simpsons
thing?
with the whole like.
Yeah, how is this
when
even a thing, you know?
that Trump going down the escalator.
Yeah.
That's the best one.
Yeah.
That's the best one.
Like, how is this even a thing? But anyway, so I thought that's kind of funny, you know,
You guys
since we're
really
talking
think,
about conspiracy theories.
in irrealistic,
Non-realistic?
no, in a more realistic sense, do you think AI could potentially become so good that it could predict the future? Because
I think that
because it could use math and you could
It'll
use
give you-
odds.
I think it's
give
gonna
you the
give
odds.
you. I think it's gonna be really good at probability and statistics
Yeah.
and predicting things because of past
Previous
experiences. Yeah.
instances. Yeah. I
So
think that could definitely happen.
Oh, they couldn't hear it. Yes, we couldn't hear it.
You
They couldn't hear it. Yeah. I was hearing it pretty
Do I
low
have to
too.
unmute out one too?
yes.
Okay.
That's why.
Well, let's do it again for them.
go
Sorry,
ahead and
guys.
listen,
Yeah, we'll
listen.
play it for
Yeah.
you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean,
El-
you guys
El-
don't really want to listen to
Yeah,
this.
flood the
but
chat. Flood the chat, El Miggy.
Okay.
You know.
My bad. Hold on.
I'm not. I don't even want to listen to it.
Yeah, we
You
already
guys
listened
enjoy.
to it. Yeah, you guys enjoy this,
Put
and
it
then
full screen.
you can.
Wildest conspiracy theories I've ever heard before. So there's this book called
Yeah, I can
Baron
hear
Trump's
that, so-
Marvelous Underground Journey, which was written in 1893.
Yeah, it's such a fucking
The
hunk
story
of
is
shit.
about a boy
Yeah.
named Baron who
Whatever,
lives
you
in
know.
Trump Castle.
Talking
And
conspiracy
Baron
theories. I got
became
one more,
bored
but
with his
after
life
this
of
one.
luxury and decided to go on an adventure. And on this adventure, he was being guided by a man named Don, who helped him find a time travel portal in Russia. Then the same author wrote a sequel 3 years later, and he titled it The Last President.
Miggy.
The main plot of this book was about a wealthy man who lived on Fifth Avenue in
Yeah,
New York
Natalie,
City
that's right,
that
El
decided to run for president. Then shortly after he wins the election that no one thought he could, he's inaugurated and he selects a new cabinet member by the name of Mr. Pence. Then after his inauguration, since no one thought he would win, people erupted into violence and people started to riot and damage property left and right. So here's where it gets really weird. Nikola Tesla, who had claimed to have figured out time travel, had about 80 trunks worth of his life's work. When he died in 1943, the man responsible for collecting all of his work was an MIT professor by the name of John G. Trump, Donald Trump's uncle. And get this, after John Trump died, there's rumors that Donald Trump inherited Tesla's work. So the theory is Donald Trump used a time machine to travel into the future where he saw Hillary Clinton win the presidency, which then led the U.S. into a complete collapse.
We had to
So he
replay
traveled
this
back
again.
in time,
Like a ugly
decided to
shit,
run for
brother.
president to try to save the country. All right, no
So
more
look,
internet
like it
today.
even says there, disclaimer:
This is-
the video/posts featured here are for created for entertainment purposes only. Please note that they have not been fact checked. They have not been independently fact checked and should be viewed with a sense of humor and critical eye. Yeah, it's definitely some funny shit.
Yeah.
It's definitely some funny what if shit.
So
That's
there's
for
another
sure.
thing. So there's this guy. I don't know if I want to mention him because he's banned everywhere, right?
Okay, go ahead.
On everywhere. The only place that he can talk is on X.
Go ahead. Who is it?
Oh, his name is Ryan Dawson, right? Like he's a big
Okay.
conspiracy theorist. So apparently he's been looking into the documents or whatever,
Oh,
Epstein shit, and then he found that
You saw the thing they were saying. A lot of people are talking shit, talking about how Epstein liked to have little people like solve super hard calculus problems on a board that they couldn't reach
yeah.
or whatever. It's just so stupid,
Yeah, I saw
bro.
that. So he was saying that apparently, he's saying that it's not one of those little people situations.
Yeah,
He's saying that she was into women.
he was in the
She wasn't Hillary.
Oh,
Hillary was into women.
Gotcha.
Not only into women, but also into women that would wear their underwear for like several days. The stinkier, the better. And on top of that, she liked to go down when the ladies were during that time of the month.
She was a Dracula.
So I
Hillary-
don't know how true this
Hillary
is.
was a
Since we're talking
dumpster-
conspiracy theories, let me throw those out there as well. You know what I mean?
Hillary was a dumpster Dracula. That'd be hilarious to find out. I'm sure it's a big hunk of bullshit too, but that's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah. So
I don't think it's funnier than Hawking watching little people solve things on a board that's too high, but it's pretty funny.
yeah, and the Stephen Hawking thing was a complete BS.
Yeah, no, because
It's a complete BS.
that's bullshit, man. Like,
Yeah.
they're talking about he like
trying to pin it on him. They're trying to put it on him.
underage orgies and shit. Come on,
Yeah.
it's Stephen Hawking, man.
Yeah, so there's this another one that kind of hit the news recently, another conspiracy theory
I saw this
in New York, and these tunnels, and everybody's talking about these tunnels. So first of all, let's
I just came up with something really stupid.
go ahead.
I love it.
You know how Newton invented, or the idea of gravity because an apple fell on his head because he was sitting under a tree.
Yes,
What the
Newton.
fuck you do
yeah.
to this lid, Mickey? You bit it?
Did I fuck it up?
You bite this shit, nigga? What the? Look at this, bro. What the,
Damn, Mickey went raccoon mode on this
what
thing.
the fuck you did to open that,
You told
bro?
me twist it. I twisted it.
Bro.
You need to stop going to the gym.
I'm gonna have to put this
Shit.
in a different fucking can.
Oh, so what I was saying was, Newton invented the idea
Gravity
of
over gravity, yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Gravitational law.
What if Stephen Hawking actually came up with the theory of black holes while he was with underage girls looking at their black holes?
Choked on it.
So
Bro,
you
no.
think- you think my guy was staring into them underage booty holes
black
talking
hole.
about, oh shit, I just know how these things become.
Yeah, no, Mickey, that's
Back
definitely not
again
it.
to the Dave Chappelle line. He rapes, but he saves.
Yo!
Bro.
He rapes, but he
So there's
saves.
another conspiracy. Apparently, people have been talking about how New York has all these tunnels, and Hasidic Jews are responsible for digging up these tunnels. So the whole story started where.
Oh, that was insane.
So the whole story started with this church, with this synagogue, right? And the way the whole story started, so there are two groups of Hasidic Jews that got in a fight on who this building belongs to, because apparently some very high rabbi of one of the offshoots of Hasidic Jews passed, and the ones that were controlling the building and the ones that were taking care of the building were in a fight
Okay.
who this building belongs to, right? So for many years they've been in a fight who this is belonging to, so they couldn't do anything with this building. They can't, no, because no one is the owner of this building.
I thought,
So what happened was someone gave an anonymous tip to the fire department that there are tunnels under the building, which is, if there are tunnels, they don't know about these tunnels, this could be potentially dangerous.
right, yeah, they
Yeah.
need to know. Floor
Fire
plans
department
and
goes, they
schematics
can't
on
find
this.
anything. And then somehow it came about that they found these tunnels. Here's the thing about these tunnels. These tunnels were connected to like 3 or 4 buildings. There was one that was connected to the local school, I think, or something. Anyway, and one of the things was connected to a bathhouse that they would perform ritual, whatever, the acceptance into religion, blah, blah, blah. The whole fucking thing was only 60 feet long, 8 foot wide, and 5 foot tall, right? So they made this whole thing. So now there are reels on Instagram coming out with these
They're
Hasidic
pulling-
Jewish
they're
guys
pulling- yeah, they're
coming
pulling it
out
of the tunnel.
yeah, which is, well, no, they're just coming out of the tunnel and like running away, and they're just in a random places. So they're like, oh my God, there's people are digging tunnels under New York. No,
That's
no,
all.
it's
They look
not.
like
That's
big-
not
That's the
true.
headline I
They
saw.
look like video game NPCs just walking out, dude.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, this is not true. It's only 60 feet. And they did this for whatever reason they did it. Now they're pretty much, there was a clash between the actual synagogue, the leaders of the synagogue said this was more of the radical students that dug up this tunnel, and they were, city ordered basically to fill it up with cement or whatever.
Does it say when was it built?
They don't really know. They don't really know when these tunnels are really dug up. They're guessing on it, but nothing. Nothing. It's not what people think, right? And the conspiracy theories started flying around, specifically with this whole thing, Palestine and Israel. Started flying around, and
Here's
this
something
is
that
very dangerous.
was on the controversial radar.
Yeah.
So I'll send the picture in Discord so we can actually show everybody the album cover. So Skepta, UK rapper Skepta, was going to release a new album, right? That's called Gas Me Up.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to show the. Where's this at? I'm sending the picture now. to Discord in general. Basically, you can see in this picture, it got a lot of backlash with the title and the picture kind of put into context. You can see it's a back of someone's head that has been shaved. Kind of looks like they're in a crowd, and it says "Gas me up." A lot of people attach this to Holocaust stuff, right? Which apparently that's not where that's not the thing he was going for.
Obviously,
of course, right? Apparently, it's about
he's African American
skinhead culture that his parents grew up in, and then the "gas me up" is talking about like to gas him up. The whole slang thing, right? He immediately apologized once people went at him for this, kind of saying, "I understand where they're coming from because without context, it could be taken in a certain kind of way."
But is it his fault?
No, I mean that's not what he's saying. But that's why I brought it up. Do you think he should have apologized?
No. For what? If he doesn't mean it that way, why would you apologize? Because now him apologizing, it puts him in a very bad light.
But I put it this way. I like the way he explained it.
In a way, it almost feels like a media stunt.
It maybe, but
that's what it seems like right now. But if he didn't apologize for it, he wouldn't. It would be like, bro, this is what I came out with.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I'm not like he's African American. Oh well, he's African, English, UKian. I don't know.
But see, I feel like he didn't have to apologize, but I understand his apology. Saying basically, I didn't mean to do this. Because that's when you look up the word for the definition of sorry is when you apologize for something you didn't mean to do. Right? Usually.
Okay.
And so he didn't mean to offend these people. And so he came out and said, I'm sorry for doing that.
Yeah, but if you would be apologizing to the rest of the world if you didn't mean to offend people. No matter what you do. If you shit in the wrong bathroom, you will insult people.
Like I said.
So are you going to apologize? Here's a question for you. Let's say you pee, and your penis naturally has a curvature to the right, and somebody gets fucking offended because your penis has a curvature to the right. You're going to go out there and apologize because your penis curves to the right? That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. But like, that's the only way that I can explain it. I got to go to the extreme to put the situation in light. Like, he should never apologize for it. He didn't mean it that way. Like, why are you taking this out of context? Why don't they ask him what he meant by it? And then if he said some dumb shit, then you go after him.
I'll pull up his statement where he was talking about why, like the statement he released, kind of apologizing afterwards.
Yeah. I don't know, man. He shouldn't
like
have apologized,
I said,
especially if he didn't mean it.
No. This is where I disagree with you. I don't think they should have forced him into an apology, but I also understand why he apologized in the sense where I don't think no one needed to force him to do so. But if he felt in his heart that he felt sorry for offending these people after doing this, why not apologize?
But my question is, why would he even feel sorry about it if he didn't mean anything by it? Like, you don't mean anything by it. Like, if it was malicious somehow, like, it's like, oh, it's offending me because your hair are short. Are you kidding me? Like, or like how Karens got offended because they're using the name Karen to describe somebody.
I can honestly see how my single artwork without context can be deemed offensive, especially in a time like this. But again, this was not my intention. But after some thought, I don't feel like I could continue being the artist you all know and love if my art is policed. I have to quit if I can't express my art as I see it. So to help with context, here are some of the pictures from my mood board for the 18th.
So he didn't apologize then.
He did apologize for the.
He didn't apologize. He says I can't be the artist if you're gonna constantly come after me.
Let's see here.
What I was gonna say to you, Jay, was there's a difference between hurting somebody's feeling, just one person, and hurting a very big group's feelings, which then leads to things like getting blackmailed, death threats.
No, I understand. There's always going to be not one person that's offended by something that you do, but there's going to be a group of people that are going to be offended by something that you do, you say, or you eat.
Yeah, so apparently this has to do with the skinhead and football culture back in the 80s that his parents grew up and he was kind of a part of. That's the whole thing behind the
If
the
anything,
artwork.
he would know this better, right? Because of him being black, growing up in that culture, so he probably dealt with a whole lot of adversity.
Oh, I'm not
from
taking
skinheads.
any credit from him. I'm not taking any credit from him. I'm just saying the reason why he may have apologized or somewhat apologized was due to the fact that he's probably receiving these complaints.
Yeah, but I don't think he apologized. From what Eddie read, I don't think he apologized. He straight up told him that, hey, listen, stop policing me. It's my art. If not, I'm going to have to quit. And just like he said, I didn't mean anything by this. It's not an apology. I didn't mean anything by this. So stop adding shit on top of it. Conversation is over. I don't think he apologized. He explained that you're idiots, that you're getting offended by something that I didn't mean. Mm-hmm. It's like me going and saying, well, I don't watch WNBA because I don't think WNBA is that interesting. Now, a bunch of people will get upset because I don't watch NBA and because let's say I'm a famous rapper and I say I don't like to watch WNBA. A bunch of people get offended. So now I need to go apologize why I don't like watching NBA.
He did say he removed the artwork and is vows to be more mindful going forward.
More mindful to be more, but he didn't apologize technically.
No, he didn't directly say I'm sorry.
Exactly.
But here, just so you guys
it was a backwards apology where he came out and said, "Okay,
here's all the artwork around that project, basically, so you can kind of
so a bunch of skinheads and the football culture skinheads. Yeah, I get it.
I'll send it to the Discord.
But here's the thing with the skinheads: a lot of people don't understand the skinheads. Apparently, from what I understand, there's like different groups of skinheads. Like some of them are like very radical. They're like
I just posted the link in general to Israel should be right under that.
Yeah, and then there's some of them that just really follow the football culture and they have nothing to do or want to do anything with being racist or anything like that.
So this is
they
from
just live that lifestyle.
This is from Skepta's account. He released this all the artwork together of what for the album.
Yeah, just like in religion, there are like sects of skinheads. I don't know much about it.
Yeah.
So I can't really talk about it, but that's where I'm coming from.
I didn't know that was even a thing in England. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, no, England is big because the football hooligans are all shaved head.
Football culture is a real big thing.
Yeah, but they're shaved head. Majority of them.
I didn't know that. That part I didn't know.
Skinhead thing is very big in Europe, but it's skinheads are usually associated with Nazis, right? But apparently there are groups. I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like skinheads are associated with a lot of things. Things like.
Here in the U.S., it's definitely associated with like
Mexican gang members,
American nationalists, Nazis thing,
Hell's Angels sometimes.
Yeah, but then can you take, for example, and you can take, let's say, Salvatruchas that kind of shave their heads, or like California boys that wear the flannel shirts and knee high shorts and high socks that have skin heads, and tell them they're skinheads as well.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, that's exactly what he did too. He kind of just said, "My bad. I didn't mean to offend." He didn't necessarily say "my bad," but in a sense, in context, like, "My bad. I didn't mean to offend."
The backward type of, he was like, "Yo, fucking leave me alone."
Yeah,
I'm an artist. I'm doing what I want, and this is not what I meant.
And I do like the way he was a little firm on his position, kind of like, if you guys are gonna police me with my artwork, then I can't be the artist you guys would want me to be, right? Like
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, man. Especially if you don't mean something, you don't mean to offend people, and they get fucking offended. Well, I don't know. Get tougher skin. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I saw this and I was like, I think it'll be a little nice controversial topic.
Yeah. So go on another controversial topic, right? Like, pull up that Instagram. There's another Instagram that I posted.
While he pulls that up, I'm just gonna drop this fact. Twitch fired a bunch of their, like, I think it was 500. Yeah, 500 employees after the memo that this was gonna happen was leaked anyways to the staff. Oh shit. Okay.
All right. So let's hear this one out, and I want to hear your thoughts on this.
1 second. Let me get my headphones. Make sure it's not muted, Miggy. Go.
But one wish. What would you wish for?
To the
for
chat.
an iPhone.
To be rich.
$1 million.
$1 $1,000,000,000.
$100. Billions and billions of dollars. Get a Lamborghini.
Where is this?
All right, pause it. What do you think about this? I don't know, Chad. Give us thumbs up if you heard it. If not, we'll blast it again. But you should have heard it now.
I think it all just shows, the different positions everyone else is in the world. How broad the spectrum is. Not everyone is as fortunate as us three in this room,
But see, here's the thing: can you blame a kid for wanting bajillion, quadrillion dollars?
No,
and a
I don't blame
Lamborghini?
those kids either.
Yeah.
I mean, that little kid, the last one's like, I want $1
They
billion
don't know-
and a Lamborghini.
And
that
they
was
don't know
super
any
cute,
better.
right?
They don't know any better.
But like I said, it all just shows the context of like the different positions people are in the world, and not just people like adults, but kids.
Yeah, but this is kids, right? Like these are kids. But then if you take that, like some of the kids are saying, I want bread with my brothers, I want chicken. But then now you look, and United States has the same fucking issue. There's hungry kids out there. There's people that don't have houses. There are people that have mental issues, and we're sending billions of dollars overseas.
Yeah, I saw one clip the other day, I think it was yesterday or today, of them just basically roasting the $165
Billion
billion we
yeah.
sent, talking about how that could provide, like, I think it was $2 million per person in the
Per veteran.
No, and for the people who lost their homes in Hawaii,
Yeah.
things like that, or it could solve homelessness in
Yep.
the U.S. like
Veterans
3 times
yeah,
over.
I think we saw the same clip.
Right.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. This is kind of weird to me. This whole fucking
is the
system
way I
that we
think
have
about
set
it.
up.
When you hear political things like that,
Thanks, Natalie.
At face value, it's never the full story.
Correct.
Right, like the whole thing with Maui. Oh, they only got $700 now. Well, that's what the bill allowed. That's what the bill allocated.
No, I get
they
it.
used,
I get it.
$700.
I get it.
Which is not right. I'm not saying it's right, but you have to look at things.
But then I don't
You
think
guys
there was.
hear about the plane that had the door open
Yeah,
during the flight?
that's
Oh
Boeing.
shit!
Yeah.
It was a Boeing that the door flew out, and then the funny part out of this was there was no one sitting in that seat, but the guy that was sitting next door, he apparently that ripped his shirt off. If they were not buckled in, they would have flown out.
Oh shit!
And then after that,
they survive.
Yes.
yeah, everybody saw it.
Oh shit!
After that,
Everything
FAA
was
did a
fine.
thing, and they found a bunch of Boeings had like loose screws and shit that
No way.
needed to be tightened back up.
No way.
The flight, actually, the whole entire flight got their ticket back, and they also got $1,500.
Great, we almost died.
Yeah,
That's
they
how much my
fucking
life
died.
cost: $1,500 and a $300 ticket.
Have you guys seen that the conspiracy about how the reason they make you sit with your head a certain way is so you'll die faster on impact with air?
I
Yeah,
haven't
you
heard of
told me
that.
that shit, and that's fucked up.
Yeah, apparently, because they have you sit with your head, like, basically down, like, if there's something
Yeah.
going on, like, to brace for impact.
What if you've been doing jujitsu all your life and you're very flexible? What then?
I don't know about that, but I do know that they were saying, like, the
Should I get
reason they
offended
have
about that?
your head down, that they make you put your head down or something like this and cover your neck or
Yeah.
something, is so when you jerk forward, you're instantly, like, bang your head on the seat in front of you, and,
Fucking kills you.
it just instantly kills you versus airline having to deal with your alive ass all broken.
Interesting.
That's what I've heard.
I don't know.
I've heard that multiple times too.
Yeah, I'm not tucking.
Yeah, I'm not tucking. Yeah, fuck
can
you.
suck
You know
my
what?
dick.
You know what I think is probably the best method in those kind of situations. This is anecdotally, not even anecdotally, because I've never been drunk and driving, but drunk drivers surprisingly survive a lot of accidents.
Yeah.
because they're all
do.
loose and
Loose
goose.
as
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Not tightened up and tense.
I had a back home. I had a friend that lived in the same
But
neighborhood.
that doesn't make any sense.
His dad got drunk, wasted. This is a true fucking story. His dad got wasted. They lived on a 5th fucking floor, and they don't back home. The five floor buildings, they didn't have elevators.
Right, you
Right.
had
So
to
you have
walk
to
your
go down
ass.
the fucking
Right, yeah.
stairs. And the way these stairs were, the stair kind of goes around this way. It wasn't just like stair and then stair. It was just kind of round. So in the middle, you had an open space. This motherfucker got drunk, fell through 5th floor, fell down all the way to the 1st floor, hit his head on those. Back home, they had these big, gigantic metal things that they would like flood with hot water, and that's what would heat up the building and your flats. Like these, he hit his head on this metal thing that was made out of lead, I think, and came out without a scratch. No scratch, no cut, nothing.
He was drunk as fuck, huh?
Drunk as fuck. Survived. Drunk as fuck. Survived, bro. Impact.
See, that doesn't make sense to me what you said though. Like, they're loose, but didn't, for example, Houdini, he got punched in the stomach while he was asleep, but he was known to take a punch. The reason why he died was because he didn't contract his muscles, so his abdominal muscles didn't absorb the impact. You know how when you're about to take a punch, you kind of flinch and you flex your
This man
muscles?
fell on his head, hit his head, His head. Let's say average 45 pound
In that sense,
alcoholic.
But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, being drunk doesn't increase the chances of you living through something like that.
They're saying that you being loose like that, where you cannot control your body, literally does not,
I
because
do
your
understand
body
what you're
falls.
saying in your specific case, because you're talking about your abdomen where you have all your internal organs and you're directly impacting there.
When I think about
so yeah,
a
you would
car
want to.
accident, I'm talking about vital organs, so center mass.
No, I get what you're saying, but from what I've heard, they say drunk guys survive those crashes better. I don't know. It might be bullshit. I want to see the statistics. Yeah, and Alex, I agree. I don't know as much as you do, but like I said, like usually there's more than just face value,
Yeah.
right? Like you have to look into these things. People are just talking shit about, oh, we could have did this or that with the money.
Well,
It's
no,
not as simple
I
as that.
understand, but there's a bunch of people that didn't want that money to go to Ukraine either, but then that money went to the Ukraine, and there was no bill of it, and they signed the bill. So I'm saying, like, if they want to do something, they do something, right? Like right now, New York came out and said, well, we're going to give... So there's that 30-day rental rule, which means that if you're renting your house less than 30 days, you're not allowed to do it. The reason they do this is, let's say you live in one house and I live in another one, and in the middle of it is an Airbnb, and they rent it only, let's say, under 30 days a year. Somebody gets in there, they get rowdy. We don't like that. That's why they have this rule in New York, right? But now the mayor of New York came out and said, well, we're going to take these immigrants, and there are a bunch of people that have extra rooms. We're going to give them money to house these immigrants in their homes.
Did you guys hear about the? I don't know.
So
where
when there is
but
a need, they coming up with money. That's my whole point.
I don't know where this is or if this is even true or not. But I heard something about like a certain area where they were having schools
It's
kids
New York.
do from school from
New York.
home. because
New
of
York,
the
they closed the
immigrants,
schools. They closed the schools so they can house the illegal immigrants, because New York was a sanctuary city, and a bunch of states said, okay, we don't have the money. You want to be sanctuary city? Here are all our immigrants that are coming
Pull
to you.
that picture back up.
So this
Miguel.
whole
You saw you just had
situation
it
is
up?
fucked completely.
I think that's a really cool thing. This picture that won an award.
This car?
No. It was a picture. You just had So this Italian photographer took this picture.
That's cool
and
as
it
shit.
won the NASA's Astronomy Picture of the Day award. That shit is badass.
That's cool as shit. Yeah.
That shit is so cool. I didn't even realize it was the moon at first.
Is that a picture of like? Is
It's a mountain
Is
behind
that a
them.
mountain?
When it's
It
coming
looks
up behind
like
the
it
mountain.
was. Where was this? I don't know where this is at. Maybe in Italy somewhere. The guy's Italian. I don't know exactly where this is at, but I just saw this picture and I was like, this thing is cool. Because when you first look past it, you don't even realize that that's the moon.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even realize that that's the moon.
A bunch of people asking, where is this taken? You can just read the comments. Sorry, something went wrong. They kick you off. We got canceled on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm sure someone will say in the comments, oh, damn, they
canceled
you.
us on Instagram for talking about conspiracy theories. FBI man is real. So, yeah.
I
So,
want to pull that up because I want to show chat because they didn't even see it.
Yeah, show chat the cool
There you go.
picture.
yeah, go down. Go down and we'll tell you where it's been taken. Or read it right there.
I
It
want to
says,
open the guy's profile so that I can look at the picture to see where he took the picture.
Okay. It's in fucking Italian.
Thank God for translation.
Oh, there's a translation. Hey! The heights of Castigliano P.O. Where's that?
Castaneto Po, Piemonte, Italy.
there we go.
Oh, it's in Italy. Okay. That's
cool.
a badass fucking picture, bro.
That's pretty cool, yeah. You know how long you had to wait to get that perfectly lined up like that?
That's not
That
really,
motherfucker been
that's
probably-
not even the challenge. The challenge is actually taking the picture because it's nighttime.
Yeah. Having the shutter open without a wind knocking your camera over, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's definitely using a tripod. There's no way you're
Yeah,
gonna
your
get
hand is not
anything
steady
close
enough.
to this image without a tripod.
That's very true. I saw this one dude. He was making a video while filming eagles. And, like, he's doing his shorts, and every 2 seconds, like, he would try to go explain something to the camera, and he'd be like, yeah, guys, so, oh, shit. And, like, do. And then, like, it's, like, a bunch of clips of him doing that. And then the pictures were badass. He got
bet.
pictures of the eagles diving, some of them fighting. It was
Yeah,
really
they
cool.
did the eagle dive when they claws and then just fucking start swirling down.
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna survive and let go first? Whoever lets go first loses. I'm telling you, eagle diving is a real thing. Miggy, do your research on your own.
I'm looking for a topic.
You saw the girl. There was this girl who got arrested at a come and go gas station for
Yeah, I saw that.
masturbating in the gas station.
I saw that.
I
She was like, I mean, you say come and go, so come and
yeah,
go.
I was trying to get in here, come and go, you know. So I thought that shit was pretty
If
funny.
you guys want to learn about photography, this guy right here, Simon Dentremont, he's a Canadian photographer.
You watch the videos and you come tell me about him, Miggy.
No, but I'm just telling you that this guy is awesome. All right.
That's great, Miggy.
Did you see those lenses I sent you the other day, Miggy? That guy.
I haven't seen them now.
No.
All right, go to another one. Go to another one. Pull some of them up. We talked watches, I think, already. Yeah. So,
So
I
let's
think
talk a little bit about that Honda EV that's been buzzing around the internet.
well, let's do
Seen it
one more
everywhere.
last conspiracy theory thingy, and then go to the pyramids.
So what? Okay.
Couple more. Right there. So apparently, they ran a robot inside the Great Pyramid. It kind of reveals its hidden secrets or whatever footage, which we're not able to see. Read a little bit about it. It's a long article.
A robot had ventured inside the Great Pyramid of Giza to reveal what's inside. The robot effectively opened a window on an ancient civilization by going further into the Great Pyramid than is humanly possible. The Great Pyramid is the largest Egyptian pyramid. Located in the outskirts of Cairo, it served as the tomb of Pharaoh Khufu, who ruled during the 4th dynasty of the Old Kingdom. It was built in the early 26th century BC, around 4,500
Skip all this
years
like
ago.
history shit.
That's the interesting part.
Yeah, but they've already started to like disprove that too. That they don't even know if it was actually a
Yeah.
tomb for the pharaohs because they haven't really like the evidence behind that isn't necessarily.
Yeah, keep going down a little bit more because they want to keep you on that page as long as possible, right? Like just read last couple of there you go.
So, where do I start from here?
We do not know that.
No one knows the purpose of the shaft. There has been speculation that it could be an air vent or perhaps access to a burial tomb, Professor Richardson explained. About 50 meters along the shaft, several meters before what we think is the end, there is a stone put into place to block further access. We do not know what the stone is blocking access to. We were able to get a camera past the stone and revealed a small chamber with intricate symbols painted on the floor. He continued, given the artwork, it is likely the shaft served a bigger purpose than act as an air vent, but what that bigger purpose remained a mystery.
See, this is the thing. Like in these pyramids, right? They're always finding these shafts and tunnels that a human can't even fit into. So what the fuck was the purpose for, and how did these even work? How did they even like? What was the thought process behind them building this? Like, there's gonna build like a shoe-sized box chamber in this corner, and then build up around it, and like just close it off completely. 'Cause that's what there seems to be a lot of in these pyramids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know, man, but we're one more step closer to try and figure this shit out.
You know what? I believe it. Aliens built them shits. They can travel through walls. They can.
As a
Get
matter
to
of
those
fact, I have
chambers.
something like that too about aliens. There's another article about aliens. I figured the talk is gonna go that route, so let's talk about aliens.
Only one type of alien life form could make it to Earth's doorstep. What does it say on the top, Mickey? What is it? Harvard expert. Who gives a fuck?
A renowned astrophysicist calling foul on reports of alien sightings in Earth's atmosphere, arguing that biological creatures would be unable to survive a journey to our planet. It would take about 1 billion years to cross from one side of the Milky Way galaxy to the other. Avi Loeb, a Harvard astrophysicist, said during an appearance on GB News this week, given that I don't think any spacecraft that would arrive to us from another star would carry biological creatures. Loeb's comments come amid increased reports of UFO sightings in recent years, with videos and pictures of supposed alien crafts going viral across the internet. It also comes after NASA created a new position aimed at overseeing research on UFOs after a 2022 study by the agency determined that such sightings were unlikely to be caused by extraterrestrial life. NASA can't explain a handful of UFO sightings as it searches for signs of life.
See, this guy is just disproving my shit, man. Fuck him.
So I heard. So since we're talking about space and aliens, the best argument to date I've heard, you know how when you say Big Bang, and a lot of religious people are like, well, no, God created the world, blah blah blah. The best argument I heard from it is like, it's if you do not believe in Big Bang, you're literally disrespecting God, because if God is almighty, you can't tell me that he couldn't have created Big Bang. So you're an idiot for not believing in Big Bang.
Andrew Schultz.
And I was like, bro,
That
that's like
sounds-
checkmate.
That sounds like a
Checkmate.
really back.
As backwards,
As
yeah,
backwards
as backwards
argument.
way argument that they can't, like, you cannot say shit to that.
Andrew Schultz said the Big Bang is what Stephen Hawking called Epstein Island.
But yeah, so I don't know, man. There's a lot of mysteries out there. I don't think we have aliens
Alex.
on the.
That guy doesn't have Miggy's photography skills. You saw them shits he posted on
Oh,
Instagram, bro?
shit.
Yeah, them
Shit.
shits were
Up
nice.
now.
Yeah, them shits were nice. But yeah, so yeah, go ahead, Miggy. What you were gonna say? I'm sorry, I cut you off. You were talking about the Honda EV,
Oh yeah, I mean it's been buzzing around the internet. I've seen it a lot.
the new Honda
We've been talking
prototype.
about a lot of electric cars lately.
Yeah, the new Honda prototype. Is that the one you're talking about? It's kind of black.
I mean, no, this one is supposed to come out. All right.
The little one that we looked at last episode, or the new
No,
one that they just put out.
It's a black one. It almost.
Yeah, it's the new Honda's prototype that they demonstrated. So I have that article as well. It's
Sony and Honda.
Sony
I've
and
seen
Honda
this, yes.
Yeah, this one right
collabed
here.
to make a car. Yeah,
I bet the screens in that thing look badass with Sony behind it.
yeah, and it's gonna be if it's Bravia shit too.
displays that are
Fuck
probably
yeah.
gonna dim out.
So what do you guys think about that? Would
Fuck
you?
you.
I would probably get behind something like that if I were to buy an EV next.
Yes.
I would buy
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
It's a screen.
I would buy that. I
What
mean,
do you
if
guys think about the steering wheels they're putting on these EVs? Like,
the
you know,
eggshells.
yeah, like the plaids have that.
I heard that these steering wheels are extremely uncomfortable to turn when you're making a full U-turn.
Mhm.
They're fucking uncomfortable as shit. But how many times a day do you make a full U-turn, right? So
I mean, and who really cares that much? But like, I don't know about the look, man.
the look, I don't know. I like it.
You
It's
like
kind
it?
of cool. Yeah, it looks like a plane. I think of it as like a fighter plane. You know what I mean?
Except if you
Like it needs the buttons on top. We're gonna go pew 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 pew.
almost feel like Batman in there.
They should have the horn on those little things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like somebody piss you off, you go beep beep. You know?
The
That's
horn
cool
is
shit.
just a button
You have a
on the
regular
steering wheel.
horn
isn't
on
it?
one side and air horn on the other.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like it. I like the way car looks.
To all
you know?
those Florida guys who rig up air horns on their big ass trucks,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Why'd you close the Tesla battery thing? Shit.
My bad.
All good. We can bring that shit up next time.
God damn, how many tabs we got open?
A lot, bro. I had a
You
whole
thought
lot
I
of.
was testing the capabilities of the PC last time?
Yeah, bro. No,
This
I was
guy.
2 o'clock in the morning reading fucking articles,
God damn.
posting
yeah.
them shits yesterday.
It's
Don't
you
worry
can't
about it.
add anymore.
Yeah, we get to it. I mean, we talked about watches. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, we can talk
yeah,
about
there
that.
we go.
I like watches.
Here you go. So read a little bit more about this battery because a lot of people
So
are.
How long do EV batteries last?
We talked about this last time. Don't like you said that the Tesla gets to like 300,000 miles, still had like 87% battery life.
But
so-
there's still people that do not fucking believe that shit.
really
Like
okay.
even though they've done the test now, again, how many of those Teslas?
are gonna last 300,000 miles.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. There's that question because you only see the ones that succeed, right? The millionaires that succeed, but you don't see the ones that fail. Trying.
I'm going to read a little bit of this article for
Go
you
ahead,
guys.
Miggy.
If you're contemplating buying your first electric vehicle, you may be wondering how long you can expect the battery
Alex
to
is
last
kind of right. The next Gran Turismo can be played only in that car.
and how much it will cost to replace. We've been conditioned to ask these questions by our experience with other battery-powered consumer goods. The battery in our cell phones, laptops, and cordless power tools all seem to degrade long before the rest of the device. And the prohibitive cost of replacing the battery encourages us to opt instead for replacing the device entirely. But a car is the second largest purchase most Americans will ever make, after the homes they live in, making frequent upgrades infeasible, and no one wants to be locked into a years-long loan on an asset that may lose a significant portion of its functionality as soon or before it's paid off.
Yep.
Unlike cell phones, cars are also expected to retain some value after the first owner moves on, and to live for decades with second, third, or fourth
So
owners.
talking about that, right now, if you want to buy a Tesla, you can get one for like $15,000 from Hertz. Hertz apparently selling their old Teslas. Tesla Model 3, you can get one for 15 grand right now.
Trying to upgrade, huh?
I wonder how many miles they have. I don't know.
I didn't look into it, but I would guess 150, 100, 150, maybe 200.
The good news for prospective EV buyers is threefold. First, in contrast with most consumer electronic makers, automakers have a vested interest in ensuring battery life. The average EV battery should outlast not just its warranty, but also the rest of the car. Second, there's a lot you can do as an EV owner to protect the health of your battery. Third, the resilience of a well-cared-for lithium battery gives you real options after your warranty runs out. Although EVs are still relatively new and the battery repair and resale markets are still fledgling,
Go down. Go down, yeah. So there you go, right there.
EV battery warranties and durability. EVs sold in the United States typically come with battery warranties that cover the first 8 years or 100,000 miles, whichever comes first. The fine print varies, but generally for the covered time period, the warranty guarantees retention of at least 70% of original battery capacity.
Well, that's the average across all the EV makers, right? So
Automakers have instituted these requirements, even though, contrary to popular misinformation, EV battery durability warranties aren't yet mandated by either federal or California law. The EPA's battery durability rule isn't quite final and won't apply to EVs until model year 2027. And California's new Advanced Clean Cars 2 regulation, instituting an 8-year / 100,000 mile warranty minimum, similar to the state's long existing 10-year / 150,000 battery warranty requirement for hybrids, start at model year 2026.
So the point here is, guys, there's nothing to worry about. These cars are going to last, no matter whether you want it or not. But since it's talking about laws, you want to hear a crazy ass fucking law? Apparently, Florida had a law, and then they don't really know it's been amended or to include, or it's still there. They're just not showing it. In state of Florida, it's according to the law, you're not allowed to have sex with porcupines.
I've heard of this.
Now, here's my question.
Who the fuck was fucking porcupines?
And that they had to create a law. Because it's obviously, it couldn't have been
wasn't
just
just
one.
one off.
Yeah, it had to be like...
Yo, what if porcupine pussy is like prime? Like it's got something
That's just
special.
tight as fuck.
It's got something special.
You want to hear something even fucking crazier? So apparently,
I mean, Florida men do some crazy
this is
shit.
true. I fucking looked this shit up. These 2 Russian dudes were drinking in state of Florida. This law came about. They got in an argument and started talking about it. And then one of them told, well, fuck this. We're going to go find a porcupine and see if we can fuck it. So they went to the forest. They found one. And then apparently they did the deed. But then they were flying the next day to California. After they get off the plane, they had to go to the hospital with porcupines' needles still stuck in their dicks.
They flew
Yeah.
with it still stuck in there?
In their dicks. Yeah, they flew to California. Because California doesn't have that law, they didn't get in trouble. But they would have gotten in trouble if they were here. Now, you want to hear another fucking crazy ass law?
Oh, that's why they waited until they were in California to get them
I don't know if
taken
that's why they waited or they couldn't fucking handle the pain anymore.
out. Got you.
Because they almost lost their shit. So, apparently, in state of Florida, it is also illegal to sleep with your girlfriend until you're married.
Huh?
Yes.
So I commit crimes every day, allegedly?
You do commit crimes. All of us commit crimes every fucking day.
He said all of us commit crimes.
There's other crazy ass laws like that no one enforces actually, but there are some fucking crazy ass damn laws out there. Every state has them.
Imagine if they did enforce it and they pull up to your house and like, oh, by the way,
This
you can't be sleeping with your girlfriend.
this is what this is
You
what
want to
was
hear
in
the
bag
craziest
that-
law out of all of them, which I do not understand? I think it's state of Massachusetts or someone like that. It's within their law that you can marry a 12-year-old child. Think about it for a fucking minute. They know this law exists, and they're not changing.
12-year-old?
A 12-year-old.
Fuck.
Bro, this is the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life.
It is illegal to fart in any public place in the state of Florida, but only after 6 p.m. What the fuck?
Yeah. There's some fucking crazy ass damn laws, bro. I'm telling you.
So you're telling me
What is the bag?
if I see
What
someone
bag?
fart,
Oh,
the bag,
yeah. Oh, the bag. You
yeah,
showed
that's what I was
already?
showing him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's this book that is basically a bunch of old watches. It says iconic watches and stories from the men who wore them. This is pretty cool because compared to the book that Jay has at home that we've talked about in the pod before, actually, this book actually has some more affordable watches that you can see, and if you get interested in, you can actually buy. Don't have to go spend $100 on a Patek Philippe like the other book.
Yep.
So you're telling me next time I see some dude fart in public, I'm gonna just call the police?
Call the popo.
Dirty motherfucker.
Especially if you're on a tarmac in a plane and somebody fucking farts. Ooh. I don't know what state prosecutor would take the case, but you can. You can do an official complaint, my friend.
It is illegal to fart in any public place in the state of Florida, but only after 6 p.m. So why the time limit on it though?
I don't fucking know.
Why do you think?
I don't know. I guess the Florida sun makes it more rancid. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
That's fucking hilarious.
It's the dumbass laws, bro. All right, go to another one.
Did you guys know that Kentucky sent some radio frequency waves, I think it was, to space to promote Kentucky as a place to visit on Earth?
What are
They
they
want
gonna
the
What are
aliens
they
to
gonna
go
offer
there
them?
first.
Fried chicken?
I don't know.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. I get it. I got you.
I was like, what?
I saw what you did there.
What does Kentucky have to offer?
Huh?
other than fried chicken.
That's the whole reason. They're like, maybe there's some alien dollars that can come
In
into
Florida,
Oregon.
it
Don't
is.
they have the Derby over there?
Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, the Kentucky Derby.
See, I like this law, and I'm sure Jay's gonna like it even more than I do. In Florida, it is illegal to falsely accuse someone of being their baby daddy.
Ooh, I like this law.
I knew you were gonna like it.
I
knew-
like this law.
Alex,
a lot.
why'd you give him this?
I like this law, but I would like to see something come out of this law.
You'd like to see it be enforced.
Yeah, I like to see it being enforced.
That's fucking hilarious.
But yeah. So there we go.
So you guys know we're getting a new building on 4th Street. There's an article actually there. I pulled it up. It's
On 4th Street, new building. There's a bunch of buildings on new 4th.
Yeah,
4th Street.
but huge. I think it's like a 55-story.
Oh, shit,
That
okay.
they approved. I have the article here. Let me see.
How 4th Street and what? Close
So
to downtown,
50.
I'm
Oh,
guessing?
so it's a $55 million.
It's in the Discord. Or no,
yeah.
we had it pulled up. We had it pulled up right there. That building right there. But he had it
Yeah,
pulled
there
up.
you go.
That's my bad. $55 million, 25-story,
25-story.
4th Street condo. Where? Where is this going to be at?
4th Street and 4th
152
Ave.
units. Okay, so close to downtown. 4th Street, 4th Ave. 4th Street and 4th Ave. That's, bro, that's like right in the middle of where there's that slump. There was a building there, and there's a bunch of. This building was known for daily rates for people that are down there, and they got scraped a couple of dollars together to sleep over. So this was that building, and they finally sold it, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I saw this and I thought it was interesting because not a lot of buildings that tall here in St. Petersburg.
No, downtown has a bunch of them that are that tall.
But there's not a lot.
I feel like downtown.
25 story?
Yeah, downtown has a bunch of them.
25?
Yeah,
Downtown
bro.
has a few.
Downtown
That
has-
big?
Yes, bro.
They got a
Pull up
I
downtown.
mean, I know
St.
they have
Petersburg
some,
view.
but it's not that. You don't see that many. 25 story,
it's not
bro.
like a Tampa where they've got.
Well,
a shit
Tampa,
ton.
if you're gonna go by that, Tampa doesn't have a lot of buildings either that are tall. If you want to go by that, but yeah, look, those are all 25-story buildings.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
It doesn't look it, but
I guess
you
I
know,
don't.
now it's gonna be even more
I
because
think
this
it's because I'm
picture
so used to it, right? Like I don't pay
Yeah.
attention to them.
this picture does not include the new building that was built right across from the McDittons, old McDittons. There's that new building that they just built with the hotel and everything. There's another one that's coming up right in front of the Holocaust Museum. They just broke ground. They're building that. So there's gonna be a couple
How
of
do
more
we
that
have
are
a
missing in this
Holocaust
picture.
Museum down here?
Yes, we have a Holocaust
I know,
Museum.
I know we do, but like.
We also have a Dali, and so
Yeah,
True.
but I was super surprised and impressed by it. The Holocaust Museum, it's about the Holocaust on the first floor. On the second floor is about Armenian genocide, and it's true fucking facts about Armenian genocide. It even lists the people. So what happened during the genocide? So the intellectual Armenians got together. They were like lawyers, judges, like smart people got together, figured out a way how to go after these generals that were main participants of the genocide. They killed them all, and none of them went to jail
damn
because they did it all according to the rules.
shit.
Yeah, so that and it has everything in there.
Can
like,
you give us a little
explaining
background
everything.
on the Armenian genocide? How that came to
So
be?
1915. So what was it? Is Ottoman? So this is what happened. It was an Ottoman Turk Empire. Like there was the king, right? Their king. So young Turks that didn't want that to happen, they were starting to create a turmoil, right? Word got out, and the king basically wanted to squash this down. But then these young Turks blamed the Armenians for being part of this. So they came in, and because they were Muslim and Armenians were Christians, majority of them, they're like, oh, it's got to be them. So they overnight basically killed over 1 million people. And that was 1915. It's just a plain genocide, right? Like just
Straight
killings
up.
everyone.
Yeah.
And to this day, the rest of the world is... America was one of the last frontiers that wasn't really technically recognizing the genocide, but with putting this into museums and everything like that, that's going to start getting recognized. I think Germany recently only recognized that. They just celebrated the 100 years of the Armenian genocide not long ago.
It is also illegal to engage in bear fights.
Bear fights? Like you can't fight a bear? Do we even
That's
have
what it
fucking
says.
bears?
Yeah, we did. Remember, we looked that up the other day. We do have bears. We do have bears in
That
Florida.
lamb look fire?
Yeah, because you remember the lamb competition you guys had. I posted a picture of
Oh,
the
nice.
lambs
Cool,
because he
thanks.
asked me about it. He asked
Yeah.
me. He's like, "Hey, let me know how who wins this and that."
Yeah, Artem won fair and square.
You didn't seem that way, and
Bro, I had to keep up, bro. He won. I'm not afraid to lose.
Did you guys know Iran had 2 armies?
Iran.
Yeah. Iran.
What if she ran? Or he ran?
But the Revolutionary Guards were given military legitimacy
Iran
too.
today.
Okay.
I learned that Iran has 2 armies,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like Democrats and conservatives
Oh, they have their own army?
and Republicans have their own army.
Jesus, okay.
So it's a shit show.
Yeah,
you
I
can
bet.
imagine that.
I bet.
But I didn't know that they had that. I mean, that must be quiet, chaotic.
Yeah.
It's like having it's like controlling a mafia. Just go kill this guy.
Yeah. Go to another article. So yeah, so I thought this is another one of those, like, as you can see, I was on those conspiracy theory things. I was like putting a bunch of these type
10-foot
articles.
giant people on Earth in Nevada's Lovelock Cave.
I don't know how the fuck is this even a thing.
Ancient human remains were discovered in Lovelock Cave in Nevada, USA. However, certain skeletons reach a massive height of 10 feet. Not only are they gigantic, but some of these bodies believed to be mummies also had distinctive red hair. These findings had reignited an age-old belief suggesting that a forgotten group of people once ruled the southwestern part of America. Based on Paiute beliefs, an ancient tribe in Nevada, there's a tale of red-haired giants known as the Siteka, who settled in the Americas from a faraway island thousands of years ago.
Imagine you're an old colonizer back in the day, and you see a 10-foot motherfucker. You're not trying to make peace.
Nah.
You want problems. Instant.
I mean, fear, right?
10 foot? Those motherfuckers. Like, and this was
The
thousands
discoveries
of years
included
ago?
the discovery included mummies famously called the Love Lake Giants.
Ranging from 8 to 10 feet tall, as reported by the archaeology
World.
Ooh,
Archaeology world.
archaeology. Fuck.
15-inch long
Tongue twister.
sandals.
I know.
15-inch
It's the
long
goddamn
sandals
Zen. I blame it on the
displaying
Zen.
signs of a use and a boulder engraved with what seemed to be a massive handprint. Following the second excavation in 1931.
A Nevada Review minor article claimed that 2 colossal skeletons were found in a dry lake bed near Lovelock. These remains, measuring 8.5 and 10 feet, were mummified in a way similar to
Go down about
But
the
what's the-
Spanish
What's the largest living human being ever?
Well, the whole thing is with the
Largest human being ever, yeah.
with evolution, 300,000 years, we're supposedly the tallest people that ever existed.
See, like, this guy is 8'11".
Yeah, but these are the people that go into Guinness World Book of Records, right? Like, these people, like, just one-offs.
What about these 8.5, 10-foot motherfuckers?
They could have been one-offs as well.
But they're saying they found multiple bodies
Well,
between
a
8.5
family
to
one-offs gives
10.
a family of one-offs, right?
Maybe. Damn, this guy was 8'11".
Yeah.
Holy shit.
They could have been just one-offs.
That's fucking crazy.
But you know what sucks, man? This is one of those things where you don't want to be that big.
No.
The amount of health problems, like those guys' bones, like they suck and their
The hell with
balance
health
is
problems.
horrible. They
Imagine
don't
one of
live
your
long.
organs is failing. What do? There's not a big enough heart for you to replace. There's not a big enough
Well, I'm
liver
sure
for you to
the
replace.
organs are probably relatively
No,
normal sized.
they're bigger as well.
Really?
I
yes.
bet you he still got picked for
Proportional.
basketball every time.
Yeah, but I bet. Go back up. That young kid. No, not that. There's a young kid. No. There was that young kid to the left, all the way. Yep. He looks young in this, and he's holding a cane. So obviously he was not.
Yep.
He was not very mobile. So when you're that tall, like if you look in basketball, the taller guys are not. Well, they used to be not that mobile. Now it's a different breed of players, right? But back in the day, all the tall guys, like the Robinsons of basketball world, they were not very fast. They were there. That's why they're like the center. Like look at Shaquille O'Neal. He's slow as shit. You know what I mean?
But he's a diesel.
Yeah, he
It's
is.
Diesel, boy. What was that Rolex article you pulled up earlier? Ooh, and your brother just sent me something that might be watch related as well.
Why are mechanical watches so expensive?
Saludes Santiago. That's our boy from Dominican Republic that was driving us around.
Oh shit, nice. What's up, man? ¿Cómo estás?
I have an honor of kicking off a new series of articles on Fratello. This is back to basics. Ironically,
Oh shit, this
Okay.
is just
So why are mechanical watches so expensive? Ironically, that isn't actually such a basic question, or at least it's one with rather complicated answer. I do see why Nacho assigned this topic to me, though, as I've spent the past year developing a watch of my own. As a result, I know a thing or two about the costs involved and the structure of retail prices. So without further ado, let's go back to the basics. Why are mechanical watches so expensive? To put it simply, they don't have to be. There's no physical reason why a mechanical watch must be expensive. That's why you will find perfectly functional mechanical watches in the sub €100 price range. If
A
you want
boatery.
something from a mainstream brand, as little as €169 buys you an automatic Seiko 5 here in the Netherlands. The diver style version above retails for $350. I know it's all relative, but we can hardly call that expensive within the realm of watches. That raises the question, why do other mechanical watches cost thousands? Are they better? And what does better even mean when comparing mechanical watches? I really remember when I first started looking into real watches, I expected them to be significantly more accurate than battery watches. I also remember being shocked to find out they were significantly less so. Are more expensive examples more accurate? Well, yes, but that doesn't make them hundreds of times more costly to make. So what is it then? A watch doesn't instantly become very expensive when you move from a battery-powered movement to a mechanical one. We already know that companies can produce perfectly affordable mechanical watches. Equally, they can make very expensive battery-powered watches. More costly watches, however, do often tend to be mechanical. This doesn't bring us much closer to an answer, though. Let's see if we can dissect it a little more. Are mechanical watches expensive because of margins? Luxury watches are, with some exceptions, high-margin products. This topic has been hotly debated in recent times as big brands piled price hikes on top of each other. There are many reasons why they did so, but in some cases, specific models got 30% more expensive in just 1 or 2 years. For many aficionados, that was a bit much to stomach. Even before those increases, many brands already operate at rather large margins. There are certainly watches out there that are overpriced for what they are. Some brands also notoriously ask for sums that aren't backed by the watches. This doesn't mean, however, that there is no real reason why one watch is more expensive than another. This is also not specific to the watch market, as in any luxury industry, some products offer value for money and some don't. In some cases, the price is precisely what makes it luxurious.
read the next yeah. No, go back up. Read that right there.
I feel I would be remiss not to mention this, but it is overly cynical to take this as the primary reason why mechanical watches are expensive. There's a substance to it. There are valid reasons why certain watches are more expensive than others. Let's leave this part behind us and hone in on the technical side of it.
So go down the technical side of it. Basically, I can just go into it and quickly explain
for
instead
it,
of reading the
'cause
whole the
this is
fucking thing.
Very, very
'Cause
long.
The ones that are more expensive, they're made by hand. Number one, there's a polishing process that goes in there. They make them bejeweled and nice to present to an eye, so on and so forth, right? Like, and there's the history of the name behind it and the status that it gives you when you have the watch, right? Like, so that's the basics of it.
I mean, watch, when it comes to watches, you can see, like, for example, he gave a great example there, Seiko, right? Seiko 5.
Go do a Omega Speedmaster case back, and on the next page pull up Patek Philippe case back. Yep. Pull up the third picture on Patek Philippe on the top. Yep. And then pull up on a Seiko on a Omega, the other one. Whichever one you pull, you're fine. Okay. So this is the difference, right? Like, look at that one and then look at the other one. Do you see the intricate lines and everything? Everything is perfectly fit together. And then, you know how you wind your watch and you hear this noise? When you wind a Patek, it doesn't make that noise because it's so perfectly matched and so perfectly balanced and even everything out, right? And it's all made by hand. And it takes years for them to design a watch like that. So, there you go.
I mean, like I saw the other day,
gist of it.
a Patek Philippe Nautilus that was worth $1850 back in 1940s. It's when we were 60 grand now.
Mm-hmm.
Same watch.
Same watch, yep.
Same fucking watch.
Yep.
60
because there's a
grand now.
demand for it, right? Where there's a demand. People vote with their wallets, and watches, especially top-end watches, are what's called giffen goods. Can you pull up the meaning of giffen good? Basically, giffen goods are goods that people are going to continue paying extremely high amounts of money no matter what the economy is, right? Giffen goods never lose value. So if you're in that giffen good environment...
Giffen good is a low-income, non-luxury product for which demand increases as the price increases, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm. So there you go.
Interesting. Well, we're at 1:30, fellas.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming out to watch. Shout out everyone in the chat. Alex.
What's up with Santiago? I'll check you out. Your channel looks interesting.
Oh, I didn't know he had a channel. Nice. But yeah, thank you everyone who came in the chat. Natalie, Alex, Arthur, my dad, Santiago, everyone who came and talked to us today. Appreciate that. You guys have a good night. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Yeah, and then flood us with questions next time. Vitality, guys.
Yeah.
Get your Santiago. Okay, so this is a different Santiago that does not live in Dominican Republic. Hey, thanks for stopping by, man. If you give us a like and subscribe, that'd be awesome. Do the same for you.
Yeah, and anytime you guys
if you want to collab or anything like that, we'll be down to do that. Just hit us up.
Anytime you guys have topics or anything, like Arthur's always sending me stuff. Alex sends me stuff all the time too. Thank you guys. I really appreciate that. Feel free anyone else to do that as well. We really appreciate that. Like talking about anything you guys want to hear. So yeah, you guys